welcome back to another video today. This one is a review video based on the bike which I brought, which you can see. This one is pretty much a really fantastic bike. It is one of the great starter ones which I brought, and I'll tell you more about it, the pros, the cons, and especially with the battery as well. I will explain more about that just to give you an idea. So this might give you a rough idea of a bike to get for a starter bike for electric. It is amazing. I'm probably going to still be using this for another year or so before I do get another one. So let's get into the video and talk about this bike. So yeah, the basics that I want to start off with today is talk to you about the bike. Now this bike costs £550 on ARGOS on a sale if you can get on the right time, or it costs the original price, which is £799. I'm going to say it ain't bad, but if you catch it on the 550 mark, you're onto a winner. And I did at the time when I bought it. I thought, wow, I'll give it a try, I'll buy it and see what I buy. I'm new to electric bikes. I used to ride mountain bikes going back many years ago, but it's been ages since I've rode a bike, and you know, this is a good starter one to start back up. I've had no trouble, had no issues apart from one, and I will be talking about the tyres, you know, the electric parts, how this bike even operates, just to give you an idea. So if you do get one, you know, it could be an idea of like watching the video and understanding more about the bike. I'll tell you some little essentials which you can buy, which are very important to the bike, especially if you're riding on the night and especially on the daytime as well in some places where the visibility is a bit poor. So let's talk about this then, let's get into the bike. So basically we're looking at the first starting points now. I'm going to be looking at the front handlebars, which you can see it has got its bell. Now the con with the bell is it isn't that great. You can just see there it's a bit loud, but you can just see it wobbles. Now when you're going along on your bike, sometimes I have to do this and push it down, so when you're moving along you can see it's steady. You can buy replacements for those. If you pop to a local bike shop, you've probably got more chance of even getting a new one of those on your bike. Now looking at the front bit, I have brought some essentials. Now you can see we've got some light reflectors. This is one which is come with the bike, so I've kept that there. Now this is what I bought off Amazon. I will drop a link in the description about all the essentials which I got. You can just see when I turn that on. Nice and bright, fantastic in the day sometimes. Like now you get a cloudy day, it's very murky, you want some light just to see when cars come down. I want to see you basically, so that is a great idea. Now looking across, we've got even more. We've got the GoPro mount, which I'm using now to film this. You can mount your GoPro on there, you can pop it in, pop the slot in. Fantastic that is for doing video work, cinematics as you're going along on the bike, and even more actually. It's pretty cool, so I'll drop a link in the description for that one. Pro essential for YouTubers, you know, doing some excellent biking videos, definitely worthwhile. Or if maybe if you want to get a GoPro and just film, you know, for your safety purposes going along, in case something crashes into you, you get a car crash into you, you've got your GoPro mounted and you're set to go. Now looking at here, we've got the power switch. Now this is actually what operates the bike, which you can see. Sorry about the noise, because I'm by Stewart's and Lloyd's, the old formal site where you got the industrial over the back, where the Royal Mail is, and you've got some other industrial sites over there. Looking here, look at this, we've got the power. Now that obviously turns it on and off, but if you hold it, it just turns it on. You've got the 3 sets onto this. I usually use it at number 2 or 1. Number 1 is the best because it preserves the battery and it lasts even longer. And many people might wonder, what is the range of this bike? How far does it even go? Well, you'd be surprised enough, it actually goes pretty far. I've done 28.9 miles from Halesowen all the way to the top end of Wolverhampton on the canal lines, and back up on myself all the way back here to Halesowen. And surprised enough, it even made it, and it's just wow. I couldn't believe it, and I thought there's no way it goes 34 miles. But I got back home, and surprisingly enough, the bar on there I thought was running out when I got back home, because I went up a hill. It went back to that one there, number 3. I could have gone further, but you know, sometimes it ain't worth it. I will be talking to you in a bit about what you can use to extend your battery life as you're going along. Now the bike does not have no gears, which is actually another con for the bike. Now, do you need gears for this full electric bike? And the answer is yes and no. Well, you do need gears to get up certain hills if you want to preserve battery. But the biggest letdown with the bike though is basically the gears, because when you're going up a hill, you really do struggle, especially if you want to save that battery life and extend the miles. As you're going uphill, some terrains can affect the battery life. Now when you're going uphill, you will notice your power bar goes down to 1, Now that's because the battery's telling you that if you kept going, your battery life would drain faster. Now if it stays on the full bar, it means you're still good to go and you can carry on using it. But it's pretty much, that's the only downfall of the bike, and it's a shame that it does not have the gears, because if it did, I'll tell you what, this bike would be, you know, 10 out of 10. I'd probably rate it 7 out of 10 for its power, for its use, for what he even does, because you can see him using city tyres on the canal line. And many people will probably be worried, do you get punctures on the canal line? Would you get a puncture out the back? Now I will tell you about the tyres in a bit and what I've done, which is quite interesting. Now looking at the seats, you can raise and adjust the seat, which you can see there. You've got the seat adjustment bars right there, look, pretty cool. And you can see it has all the mechanisms for like the braking. So if I press one of the braking systems, you can see there, it does sound like it's very squeaky. I'll have to get a bit of maintenance on that. I might take it down to the bike shop and have it maintained to make sure everything's all right onto it. Now you will get a bit dirty with it, but the good thing about this bike is it's got a bit of mud guards to protect the mud from coming up, hitting the battery and so forth. Now many people might wonder as well, is the bike waterproof? Now the answer to that is yes and no. The only reason why I say it's not fully waterproof, because if you look at the bike, you can see there's a hole where the battery goes in. I don't know whether it's blocked off inside as well, but that's actually a bit of a letdown really. I thought that that'd been covered up even more, but you know, you can maintain that. You probably get some tape it around to stop that, but yeah, otherwise pretty still good. But the next thing I'm going to be looking at is the battery. Now the battery comes out, you can see there, it isn't that big, but there's a con with this. At the moment you cannot buy the batteries whatsoever. The only way you can buy the batteries is by going to this certain supplier over China and contacting him, but it costs like literally £200 to get it shipped over. It's like £100 to get it shipped, but the battery costs like something like $80 something, but you're paying more cost in the shipping. But otherwise the battery's fantastic, and you can see that I've obviously come up here from where I live and I've still got full bar, and I've been going up some steep hills. Wow. But you can see the max load, you can put some bags onto here. You've got your luggage straps, which you can see there, 25 kgs max what you could put on top. This is a great bike if you're also going fishing. You can put a little bag onto there and stuff and just off you go. Pretty cool bike. But overall, I'm going to have to say, it's definitely for me 7 out of 10. It's got some awesome features on it. Now over to the tyres now, which is the most important thing about the bike. You can just see there that I've lost a bit of air in this, because the one reason is you might not get much punctures as what I do, because the only reason why I got a puncture is because I rode at night, and coming back at night there was a bit of glass on the floor and I never seen it. It punctured the bike. Now what you can do is take it to a local bike shop and buy slime to put in inner tubes. Now if you do buy this bike, but I do recommend you get the inner tubes changed, because it's definitely going to be a pro for you, because there's a possibility that you will get it punctured the first time with the inner tubes that do come with it. Because if you buy quality inner tubes and slime at the same time, you're good to go for quite a long time, depending on what you go over. Now if you do get punctured by glass, then you're still good to go. And I do recommend, if you get a puncture, take it out for a long spin, it will seal itself, and that's what I've done. And basically the bike now is still good to go. I'm probably going to wear these tyres down to the buy more, but you can get bulletproof city tyres that have got a good grip onto them, and basically they will last a bit longer than what these do. And if you get a puncture and you've got the slime as well, you're pretty still good to go. So it's definitely something that I would recommend if you're going long distances, is to get the inner tubes changed, get slime in them, because otherwise you don't know. When you first get the bike, that is the only con about it, you're gonna get them done. Because I've done it, I went to Starbridge Canal by me and I got a puncture, and a slow puncture, and I thought, why are my tyres going down? And basically the first time I had it, I don't know where I got it from, a puncture. So I don't know, it's pretty strange, but yeah, I was told I got a puncture by the bike shop. But yeah, it's a pretty nice bike overall, and I really do recommend the bike. It is fantastic. So yeah, a bit of a bonus about buying a GoPro mount is you can see now that I'm going down the canal. It's a bit steady, but you will get a few bits of bumps. Now this GoPro mount is fantastic, and I've been using it to provide maybe some video work for my other channel, so it is really fantastic. I love it. Wow. You can go along, you can talk, you can get some great footage, but as well, like what I've just done, you can get some awesome footage as well with a tripod of your bike going along. I just love it, it's just fantastic. And this bike overall, I'm just really impressed. It does my job for what I need it for, and I would recommend it for people as well for daily commuting if you want to get to work. You know, it's going to get you there and back. I won't worry about the battery, and that's probably what people worry about, is the battery on the bikes. How long do they last? Are they good to get to and from? And I'm going to say yes. Ignore some of the reviews on Argos. Someone's rated it 3.4, which is an okay rating, but somebody said it only goes 8 miles. Now that is not true. That person probably had a 40 bike more than likely, but it goes 28.8 miles, I believe. I think it was 28.9 that I went further. But you can go even more than that, but I still had 3 bars onto there. I wouldn't advise going far because you will probably be stranded if you get all the way back. And there is something you can buy if you do decide to get one of these bikes. If you go on, I think it's Amazon where I had it from, you can get a big AC power bank. Now you can plug in, like an outside appliance what you plug into a wall, you can plug your charger into it, sit down for a good hour maybe somewhere and charge your bike. That's a good way to do it actually. I mean, I've had the idea of that and it really works. It's extending my battery life pretty much really good, and I've gone even further than what I should have done. And I think when you do that, it extends your battery life to go even further. I've noticed the battery lasts longer when you charge it as you're going along. So it's something, an idea for you if you decide to get one of these bikes, so you can obviously go a bit further. But I still wouldn't recommend going the full 30 something miles then coming back upon yourself, because you know you will probably get stranded. I say it's about good to get 15 to 16 miles and turn back. Really awesome. I would recommend the bike as a starter for anybody wondering, are these electric bikes really good? I'm gonna say yes. So yeah, that's pretty much it. That's my bike in general, the Zinc e-bike. Fantastic. Go ahead and buy it if you want to. I would recommend it. I will not let you down by a review like this, but I'm going to rate you 7 out of 10. My honest review, definitely 7 out of 10. I probably wouldn't go any higher unless you could buy extra spare batteries. But the extra part as well, which is fantastic, is you've got a stand which comes with a bike, which you know you can stand it wherever you want, which is also another bonus. And also folding pedals, and also you can fold the bike as well. So that's why I give it 7 out of 10, because the storage space with this bike is fantastic. Especially if you're going to somebody else's house, you want to store it somewhere safe. It's really good, or work maybe. But yeah, thanks for watching the review video on the bike today, and I will see you soon in another video, maybe a review video. But yeah, thank you very much, stay safe. Hope you do decide to get the Zinc e-bike. See you soon.